like to welcome you into the Wednesday, Nets.
Trying to come together here, and if it does so a little bit more than that, it's going to potentially produce a warrant, a tornado warning, maybe for our friends in Georgetown and Augusta, so we all have town. Let's check in on the tornado warning up here going into Diaz. We still have rotation with this storm. We don't have any confirmed reports, but we want to stay inside of our safe spots in Newport and Diaz at least for the next 36 minutes. As this is a powerful storm that could very well produce a tornado very quickly as it goes up.
Let's see my BTV. What you do on this kind of mobile unit? I mean, I have my BTV.
Just north of Effingham. Okay, so
Yeah, let me just hold it down here. Mr. Lionel Yelfi, keep the stream going. That's we can. So I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Continued tornado warning for Salem in Illinois. You guys have 21 minutes left on this warning. You got some broad rotation coming in. Let's take shelter just in case, and then we'll let you know whenever it's time to come out. We just got a new tornado warning in Arkansas. That's going to be for the cotton plant storm. Lines up perfectly with Andy's Y'all Watch once again. So we got an early heads up in Cotton Plant, Casey, Bulltown, Larson, and Penrose. As it is now time to officially take shelters. We got the word from the National Weather Service that we have a tornado warning. Hopefully the sirens are going off as this is another nasty one. This one looks like, a traditional supercell capable of producing tornadoes. Potentially golf ball size hail associated with this as well as it comes up into Hunter, Tip, Bulltown, and Penrose. Please take shelter immediately. This is crazy. All of me. Let me let Andy talk here. Go ahead, Andy.
You're right. I just issued 6 watches, basically all in Arkansas, storms that did not yet have a tornado warning or still do not have a tornado warning, but then just to, watch out ahead of time. So areas from top to bottom I'm concerned with are in northeast Arkansas near Pocahontas and Randolph County, headed up towards the Reno area and Datto along Highway 62. And then going south from there, we have the All Watch for Hickory Ridge, and that one has very weak rotation from the Memphis radar. However, I see a geometric shape to it that it could be concerning coming up shortly. So I've issued a Y'all Watch that goes out just east of Jonesboro is that primary track there in Arkansas into Craighead County and Poinsett County. So I expect that to take up a track up to that area. In addition to that, I have Clarendon, Arkansas. West of Clarendon, Arkansas is an area that I'm concerned with. That's not tornado warned at the moment, but I have the Y'all Watch out for that. And finally is Griffithville, which is west of all of those Y'all Watches. So that's going to be a rain wrap tornado if it is going on, but it's going to head up towards the Augusta, Arkansas, and Bald Knob, Arkansas area. So I also am seeing that we have reports that the DeWitt, Arkansas tornado that is warned is down. We have a tornado ongoing with that, so if you can find information from that, I'm sure it'll be passed up shortly. So,
welcome to the KB1 AEV linked repeater system.
This is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo, the Northville Amateur Radio Association Weekly Net will be beginning in about 5 minutes. If anyone needs to use a repeater, please do so now. Thank you.
Incredibly life-threatening and unbelievably dangerous situation is unfolding for our friends in this general vicinity right here. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Ryan, DeWitt, there's a tornado on the ground. The Daniel Shaw, we cannot show it, but a lot of you may know who he is. DeWitt, tornado on the ground.
All right, thank you, Riley. We got a tornado on the ground with our DeWitt tornado warned storm here. It makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
447, 304. 447, go ahead. Yeah, Mark, can I do a early check-in, please? Absolutely, go ahead, Mike.
Crack Smackers Duck Lodge. And it's moving up towards Elmira right now. It's getting ready to cross over.
Mike, what is your location?
Crack Smackers Duck Lodge. damage is. You know about where that tornado is.
Sorry, my radio is kind of being iffy right now. I'm in Greenfield.
Bethel Cemetery. Okay? And we
Roger that. This is WSCY 861.
This is nuts. This is insane. New tornado warning was just issued
Yeah, that's
for
correct.
Monroe, Prairie, Woodruff counties in Arkansas. We've got a
Mike, you are Lima Charlie this evening, sounding good. Thanks for checking in.
This is perfectly in line with things y'all watch. Get ready in
Raven, thank you.
Allendale and Eden. This is an incredibly dangerous situation. Your life is in danger.
This tornado
If you
warning
are in the
has
path
been
of that
upgraded.
storm, now we've got a PDS tornado warning for Arkansas, Jefferson, and Monroe counties in Arkansas. This is a confirmed big, nasty tornado. Once again, on the ground, producing damage near that Quack Smackers Duck Lodge, and it's moving off to the north and east. It's going to continue
on this
to
day.
Move off to the north and east.
Off this for a Thursday net. So stay with us. I'm gonna have my a brand new net, a Thursday net. I'll show you that coming up. We're gonna do our next live stream, which is tomorrow.
From there, it's going to go up towards the St. Olive Missionary Baptist Church. Let me get my bearings straight here. And then it's likely going to go up towards Bethel Cemetery, Crown H. Shepherds, Shiloh Cemetery. Get ready up there. If you know where the Wilcox Family Cemetery is, right next to the White River.
All right, we're doing a regular meeting of the Chicopee School Committee. Is that correct?
Take shelter immediately. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, the storm headed towards the Jonesboro, Arkansas area, far away now, is definitely caught my eye as one that will that I've upgraded from low to high.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 575 weekly check-in net.
Watching out. Not currently tornado.
There goes the
warning
575.
Arkansas into Jonesboro, Arkansas.
There goes the
We should be ready
575
for
net.
A tornado warning for that storm. Almost sure it will receive on
The repeater is located atop Mount Tom in Holyoke,
Thank you,
Massachusetts.
Andy. Yeah, another one to watch here coming up into Harrisburg, get ready in Poinsett, Jackson, Arkansas, and Craighead counties. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Ryan, so like I said before, we cannot show the feed, but I'm watching that tornado into it live on the ground.
Calling the Nara Net, calling the Nara Net, calling the Nara Net for April 2nd, 2025.
Nasty tornado on the ground down
The
there.
Nara, you know, the Nara Net is a directed net. All traffic should be handled through net control. And net control this evening is AG1YK. My name is Steve, and I'm located in Woodbury. If any station has an emergency or priority traffic, please call now.
We have a tornado warning right now in Wisconsin. Dane and Rock counties in Wisconsin are now under a tornado warning. Charlie.
Hey, nothing heard.
Is,
We'll begin the net by taking check-ins. Please note that this net is being held on a linked repeater system. So when checking in, key your transmitter and wait a couple of seconds before you start speaking to allow all the links to
Perryville, Missouri. Take shelter immediately. We got a new tornado warning in Arkansas. This is the one that Andy was just talking about, south of Jonesboro. We now officially have a tornado warning. That's going to get upgraded here soon to confirmed, I believe, here near Brushy Lake, as its tornado genesis is happening now. Get ready in Harrisonburg, Waldenburg. A tornado is forming right now south of Jonesboro, and it's ripping up to the
R13, Gregory in Roxbury.
Good evening, everyone.
Uptick on this northeast
WRWL 711.
area that is not currently
Here's Freddie. My ID is 120, and I'm located in North Hadley,
Please
Massachusetts.
be taking shelter once again in Reno, to Corning,
Max
Arkansas, so eastern Randolph into Clay
Mobile
counties.
radio.
Thank you, Andy. Go ahead, Riley.
Over.
Hey Ryan, that tornado into it has lifted, but unfortunately don't have that much good news because it does look like there is now two different areas of lowering on the storm that could produce a tornado. So depending on how quickly this thing cycles, we could be looking at two tornadoes on the ground here if both mesos produce.
Okay, this is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo, net control for the Nara Net. Net recognizes WR1Z, Gregory in Roxbury, W1JGM is John in Fairfield, and KB1LW Leslie in Newtown. Thank thank you all for checking in this evening. Are there any further check-ins? Please call now.
The relay? We've been talking about you guys a lot.
One Quebec Hotel, Harlan and Dan.
Go right ahead, Fred. To take shelter now. As many walls between the outside world as possible.
It almost
Unbelievably dangerous situation that's unfolding right now.
Kilo 1, Papa, Charlie, November, Peter in Fairfield.
We're going to go check in on PS tornado warning, which does look like this is briefly lifted. But we do believe that this is going to come back.
Kilo Bravo 1, Lima Yankee, Papa, John in Newtown.
ID 140. And up towards Holly Grove. Take shelter now. We got a new tornado warning.
Thank you very much, Fred. I'll add Dan to the log here as the relay.
Rotation that we're concerned about right here.
Okay, this is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo, the control for the Nara Net. The net recognizes W1QH, Harlan in Danbury, K1 PCN, Peter in Fairfield, and KB1LYP, John in Newtown. Any further check-ins for the Nara Net, please call now.
That's where the tornado is. That's where
I am now calling stations 151 through 200.
up towards Harrisburg. Let's go to Indiana. We've just got a new tornado warning as well. My goodness, look at this.
WRTM
Another possibly.
Okay, this is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo. Very good. Thank you all for checking in this evening. And we have ourselves a pretty quiet evening at this point. I want to remind everyone that this is a WinLink Wednesday for those of you in Aries. And you should try and get your WinLink messages in. I know it's after 7 o'clock now, but I'm sure that your messages coming in a little later will still be accepted. So let's go down the list and see how everybody's doing around the state. So WR1Z, Gregory, how are you doing over there in Roxbury?
152. Thanks for checking in.
Nara Net and members,
201 to 250.
attending the kickoff that's been organized by Litchfield County Dispatch by the attendants.
Keep up with the joy of places.
Like the link, if you don't have it, just let me know and I'll see if I can pop it over to you. WR1Z, you're back to that.
No, I've talked about all these. All right, so
Public input.
With our tornado warnings, let's go over here to Tennessee. It's been a
Last call for stations 201 to 250.
Okay, this is AG1YK. Very good, Greg. I'll let you go back to the meeting, and hopefully you'll be able to give us a rundown of what was said. Okay, W1JGM, John at New Fairfield. How are things over there?
Stations 251 through 300. Please check in now.
Things here got cold all of a sudden. I mean, it wasn't that much of a spring day, but it was nice out in the sun this afternoon. And boy, the skies clouded up and the temperature dropped and it just got damp. So, other than that, Steve, just want to thank anybody who joined me at the Southern Tech Ham Fest and supported the Kara group up there. I do appreciate them. And
Good evening, 293 Southwest. Very
different at the Goshen Ham Fest in May. So, other than that, things are W1JG.
Check in now.
If you're trying to use that app, you may not get the most recent scans on all these.
W1JGM, AG1YK. Very good, John. And that's the Southington Ham Fest was a nice turnout. And hopefully it seems like you guys did some good business there. And we had the Aries meeting also, which provided some interesting information for the Aries members present. And we do have the Goshen Ham Fest, you say, coming up in May, and I think there's also let me check here.
Last call for stations 301 through 350.
Now, back down to Win.
Near Fest is also coming up in May. That's on May 3rd. So, Okay.
Good evening,
We've got May looks like it's going to be a big
you are leaving Charlie tonight.
All right, very good. Let's move on to KB1LVW. How are you doing in Newtown?
Thank you for checking in, guys. Stations 351 through 400. Please call now.
John, Harlan, Peter, John, and anyone else listening in on the net. Everything here in Newtown's fine. The weather was nice here, and now it's temperature dropped and it's all cold. Other than that, everything is fine. Back to next
Last call for stations 351 through 400.
Golf ball size hill coming down here in Mount Zion and Pinnacle, moving up towards Coopertown.
Okay, KB1LVW, you want to like everything is fine in Newtown. Yes, it has definitely gotten a lot better. It has been a strange spring.
Whiskey Sierra Alpha Oscar 549, ID 402. Good evening, Mark. 575.
Well, I take what we get from Mother Nature.
This is.
Okay, W1QH, forward. How are you things doing well there in Danbury?
ID 444. Leon from Avalon.
Good evening.
Mobile in my driveway. Good evening to the net.
Listening in on this MCV thing that's being produced here, so we want to make sure we get some information on that.
Last call for
Other than that,
401
things have been good all here, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Southington Ham Fest. W1QH, back to net.
Good evening, Team 402.
Okay, W1QH, AG1YK, very good, Harlan, and thank you for attending the net, and hopefully we'll get some information to you also on the LEPC.
451 through 500.
Okay, let's go on to K1 PCN. Peter in Fairfield. I guess you're coming in through the new bridge. I guess it was the link between for bridge. I think it was a Bridgeport link, which we're happy to have you, and thank you for joining us this evening. And also, how are things holding up? Is the link working well? So over to you, K1 to PCN, AG1YK.
Currently sitting in my truck.
Good evening, Steve. Good evening to the net. Kilo 1 Papa Charlie November here. I've just been enjoying traffic on the KB1 AV radio network. The weather down here in Fairfield has been cold. We recently did some upgrades to the link. Hopefully I'm making it in well. And this repeater here in Fairfield will be on the network full time. So for everybody to enjoy. K1 PCN, back to net control.
FDK 251.
Okay, K1 PCN, AG1YK, very good, Peter. And yes, the Fairfield repeater is now linked into the KB1 EV system permanently, and we now have a link down there to the south coast. And you're coming in nice, solid 5x5, good solid signal into the repeater, Peter. And so hopefully we will be hearing more from other hands down in your area from this point on. Thank you very much for joining the net this evening. Okay, KB1LYP, John, how are things going over there in Newtown? I take it you're at the EOC. Over.
Thank you all for checking in this evening. Stations 501 through 550.
That I am. I'm doing the check-ins for WinLink Wednesday. It's going kind of slow so far, but everybody still has a chance to get them in. And yes, we usually do stay a little later than the advertised times, trying to get all the check-ins done. Also, it was good to see everybody at Southington when we were up there on Sunday. I think it was a pretty good meeting this year. KB1 LYP back to net.
Please take shelter immediately. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, that southern warning.
Hey, KB1LYP, AG1YK, net control for the internet. Very good, John. And yeah, that Form 204 was You had a lot of interesting little things on it that you had to kind of sort through. So that might be slowing people down a bit. So, but I'm sure you'll be getting a good amount of traffic this evening. Okay, at this point I'm going to stand by. If there are any further stations who wish to check into the Nara Net, any further check-ins, please call now. 1QH comment.
453 inside the house, unaffordable.
E1QH, go ahead.
Station 501 through 550.
Yeah, that's a bit of a challenge. I think our group needs to have some training on that. We'll see what we can do about that. W1QH.
Last station that just called, please try that again.
Yes, Harland, affirmative for those of you out there who've been doing WinLink, who did WinLink Wednesday, that there were quite a number of elements to that form that had to be filled in where I just kind of winged it basically and just put in what I thought made some sense for our operations. Again, this is just a test, so yeah, maybe some training on exactly what we would be, how we would be putting information into some of these forms that we don't use all that often might be useful. Okay, are there any further stations who wish to check into the Nara Net? Please call now.
And last but not least,
Good evening, KB1AEV Mobile. I don't know where my winds are here somewhere. Good evening.
for checking in. Stations 551 through 600. Please check in now.
X-ray. This is AG1YK. I have a station. I believe your call is Norway Echo 2 X-ray. Is that correct? Over.
It's been a second. We haven't. This is crazy. Normally we
2 X-ray.
the good news for the Holly Grove storm
Public
is that
input.
this one is lit up a little bit, right?
Number Echo 2 X-ray. Is that the call? Over.
WS8 7903.
2 X-ray.
Similar story over here. There might be a brief time where the tornado has lifted.
Okay, November Echo 2 X-ray. Can I have your name and location, please? Over.
551 through 600.
November Echo 2 X-ray. The repeater's a little on the fading side here, but I'm just west of New York City. His name is Al, America, London. Al is the name. And I'm in Clifton, New Jersey, about 13 miles west of New York City. Over.
Please try again.
Is about to produce or try to produce another intense one.
For Echo 2 X-ray. Very good, Al. You're the first check-in we ever had from New Jersey. I'm assuming that you're linking in through the Fairfield machine here in Connecticut. The Fairfield machine has just recently been linked into our system. So are you copying me? How are you copying me down there? Over. I'm transmitting on the New Milford, Geiger Hill, Litchfield repeater with a PL of 151.4. The repeater was coming in better about a half an hour ago, but it kind of a little on the weak side. I've got a preamp and my beam aimed towards you. But again, I'm west of New York City, and I imagine the repeater is about 100 miles away from me. Over.
Okay, I have 553 Jason in Springfield from Lima Charlie.
You're doing very well. You're coming into the New Milford machine, a good solid copy on that. And I'm assuming you're using a beam of some kind to get that much range out of it. Or you must be up pretty high over there in Clifton. But you certainly are making the repeater very well, and thanks for joining the net this evening. And how are things down in Clifton, New Jersey? Over. Fine in Clifton, New Jersey. We have a little bit of rain showers just coming through. The temperature is about 40 degrees here. And I'm running a 10-element beam up at about 50 feet, and I'm about 300 feet above sea level, and running about 200 watts to hit your repeater. I know the area very well because I've gone to the Lime Rock Race Park on 4th of July and Memorial Day. But I'm not going to hold. Thank you for hearing me and allowing me to check in. This is November Echo 2 X-ray. Okay, November Echo 2 X-ray. This is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo. Net control for the Nara Net. Thank you very much for checking in. As I said, you're hitting the repeater solid. Very good signal up here. And we're here every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. So feel free to check in again if you got good copy on the repeater. Okay, once again, I will stand by. Are there any further stations who wish to check into the Nara Net? Please call now.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1, Echo Echo Quebec, Stephen New Milford. Well, it's really glad to hear somebody from Clifton, New Jersey. I know exactly where that is. I'm a New Jersey guy myself, but working out of New Milford now. Yep, Route 46, Clifton, New Jersey. Say hello to me.
Just east of Big P, Missouri, into the Zalma.
That recognizes KC1EEQ, Steve in New Milford. Very good, Steve. Thank you very much. And we have a New Jersey to New Jersey contact there. And how? I guess are you in on the LEPT meeting also? The Zoom meeting, Steve? Over.
I'm kind of in and out, trying to pay attention to that. The MCOM meeting. Yep.
Invest 86.
ID 507 per
Very good. So you check out the meeting, and hopefully we can get some information afterwards. Okay, are there any further stations who wish to check into the Nara Net? Any further check-ins? Please call now.
Retrievers and dogs. Those are small businesses out here.
Do I have any other stations before I close out the net this evening?
So, yeah, get ready in Zalma, Sank.
Yeah, nothing heard. Does anyone else have any questions or comments for the net? Any questions or comments? Please call now.
That might, try to stay with us for a while. So,
Copy that.
Get ready for that out there.
Got the better half 447.
Okay, there being no further business, this concludes the Nara Net for April 2nd, 2025. This net operates on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the Nara, Cara, and KB1 AEV linked repeater systems. The net is sponsored by the Northville Amateur Radio Association. Our website is www.na1ra.org. I'd like to remind everyone that the Aries Region 5 net will be heard on these Nara, Cara, and KB1 AEV link repeater systems following the Nara Net at 7:30. This is G1YK Net Control, thanking everyone who checked in this evening. The net is now closed.
So we don't want to play around with this one, so get close to advance and Delta as well over the next 39 minutes. Okay, we got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning up here for Effingham as well. We got a very strong area of winds coming through the town right now. That's going to go through Dieterich as well and Louisville. So y'all get ready for that. We also just got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning in Tennessee. This is that storm to the north of Nashville. Get ready now in Orlinda, Cross Plains, and Mitchellville for golf ball size hail. This is going to do damage as it comes up into Robertson and Sumner counties. Go ahead, Andy.
Thanks, Ryan. I'm watching Pinson, Tennessee, just south and east of Jackson. I have a yaw watch on that, and also the yaw watch encompasses the storm just to the south and west, the antecedent storm.
Kilo Charlie 1, Mike
Zulu,
X-ray monitor.
Couple near Pinson. This does not have a tornado warning on it right now. The tornado warning earlier near Bolivar is almost allowed to expire. I expect.
PCN, you still out here monitoring, Peter, from KB1 AEV?
Lexington, Tennessee, here in Henderson County. If it continues to look like this, if you get a warning, that's the reason why.
All right, thank you so much. Meteorologist Andy Hill keeping an eye on Jackson. We've been talking about this area a lot today. We had some big storms go by earlier. We dodged a bullet with some almost tornadoes. Now we've got some storms up here trying again as they go by Jackson. Get ready in Lexington, Jackson, Luray, Pinson. We've got lots of storm chasers out here, including Brad Arnold, who will be keeping an eye on this for us. So we'll be watching these as they go off to the north and east. Let's go check in on our PDS tornado warning up here. We only have one now. The other two have been downgraded. We no longer have PDS tornado warnings for the other ones as they have briefly lifted. But this continues to be a particularly dangerous situation up here in Bollinger, Cape Girardeau, Scott, Stoddard, and Wayne counties in Missouri. Please take shelter as this is likely going to be a pretty significant situation up here for our friends in Cape Girardeau. New tornado warning in Arkansas. Let's move down there. This is going to be for wind again. So the storm that's going north and west of wind right now was, really intense. It's still intense. It's still capable of producing a tornado as it goes up towards the Cherry Valley. But wind, I think you're going to be fine with that one. It's going to go off to your north and west. However, this new storm down here, this one's going to come closer to town, and it's also looking more impressive on velocity. So this one's rotating like a top down here near Cotton Plant. Going to move up through Hunter. It's likely going to produce a tornado as it does. So stay in your safe spots and win at least for the next hour. At least for the next hour.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, new tornado warning in Arkansas. This is going to be for Arkansas and Monroe counties. In Arkansas, this is Holly Grove again. Another big-time rotation signature popping up on the storm east of Elmira. This is a life-threatening situation. Get to shelter now. Interior room, bottom floor, most interior room, no glass. Get there now. Missouri, new tornado warning up here. We've got a tornado warning now for areas like Butler and Stoddard counties in Missouri. This is a dangerous situation. Take shelter between Campbell and Bernie. We also have a new tornado warning in Cumberland and Jasper counties in Illinois. This is the I-70 corridor.
This is KE2 FFW listening.
Hidalgo, Hazerdale, you're now under a tornado warning for the next hour. We need you to take shelter here. So we've got a broad area of rotation coming out of Effingham.
FFW, I think the call was. Good evening, KB1AEV. Be here for a go-around or so before I stop at the grocery store.
Now, let's go back to our observed tornado warning now. We just got this upgraded. This is the one south of Jonesboro. All right, so we have law enforcement.
K2FFW, out of Fairfield. How are you tonight?
We've got several traffic cameras out here, guys.
Good, thanks. Just trying to figure out how to get into the grocery store here. Get some groceries for it. Gets too late and rains on me again. I'm supposed to do this for 3 nights, but just getting around to it. Name here is Dana, Delta Alpha November Alpha, and I'm up here on the Mass border up here in Enfield. Go ahead.
This is a dangerous storm. Let me see if I can see a debris signature.
Name here is Braden. If I'm not mistaken, you're the owner of the repeater system. So I appreciate you having this set up for us. Over to you.
Let's just assume it is on the ground as it goes into Craighead and Poinsett.
Yep, I'm the owner of the KB1AEV system. Well, 90% owner. A couple other folks with me, but the KB1AEV system's mine. The Nara system belongs to Nara. Then there's Karen. There's you guys in here. So it's covering quite a wide area. Braden, I got to step out, unfortunately, and another net coming up here at 7:30, and I got to jump into the grocery store for a few. Sorry to run on you. But have a good evening, and you guys sounded good coming up this way. I'll listen out. 7-3 from KB1AEV.
Get all three of the bottom three on 555 there.
All right, Dana, it's a pleasure talking to you tonight. Good luck shopping. 73 to you, K2FFW, Al.
Just in front of this thing. So if there's a tornado with that, we should see it.
Yeah, thanks for the system. The Bridgeport repeater sounds very good up here in Fairfield. W1 JGM, the Region 5 area net will begin in 5 minutes at 7:30.
An unbelievable amount of tornado warnings. We got a couple of tornadoes on the ground, and we're trying our best to manage this here. just make sure we're looking at all of those
Okay, we're going
cameras
to do approval on it.
between
25-2-6.
okay, guys.
Move that the commission center meeting is being held on the 4th floor, 3.200. Make
All right, so let's go up to our PDS
Don,
tornado
can I
warning,
get
which
a motion to
continues
approve?
up here for Bollinger
Any
and
discussion?
Gerardo counties.
Let's see,
we also
none,
have,
all in favor?
traffic cameras up
Aye.
here
Anybody
to keep
opposed?
an eye on.
Motion
This
carries.
is the
Popcorn read episode.
W1TOM repeater, TL127.3.
Move that the commission center move that the commission meetings for popcorn read being held on the 146.1940 megahertz will be approved.
In Tennessee. We're still thinking about you guys in Tennessee. We haven't forgot about you. The storms to your west are just a little bit stronger right now. So we've got to focus our attention on where lives are in danger. But still, on the northwest side of Nashville, we've got a strong storm producing quarter-size hail now moving up into Walnut Grove. This is all moving up towards southern Kentucky. Bowling Green, get ready. You guys are up next. Clarksville, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning now. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds on the way as the storm moves up. There's not much of a tornado threat right now, but that could change. So get ready. We've got a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning in Illinois, a large one from Charleston down through Newton and Olney. This is a tornado possible, considerable damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to be moving up towards Charleston once again. Here's another view of that storm coming into Bay in Arkansas. This is a live look at the is that the tornado? That might be the tornado producing part of the storm right there. I see a lot of movement in that part of the cloud.
Has been upgraded.
Yeah, that's definitely. Holy smokes, y'all! Are you seeing this? So yeah, that's the. I'm pretty sure that's the tornado there. It's crossing Interstate 555 right now. That's it. So this is certainly the rotating part of the storm here. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We got a pretty significant area of rotation here, so and it lines up pretty good. So let's make sure we keep reloading that.
7:30 on the 9-4. Does anyone need to use the repeater before we begin the evening's net?
But yeah, we've got a tornado potentially crossing the road here on Interstate 555 between Bay and Truman. Make sure you get to your safe spots. This is an extremely dangerous storm, a particularly dangerous situation.
John in Fairfield. Does anyone need
Very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Montgomery Radio Information Net. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie. My name is Phyllis Nick for this evening. Our net is held every Wednesday beginning at 7:30 p.m. Immediately following this net, we'll hear the Mtara Swap Net, followed by the N1RLX Emergency.
Varies Net, calling the region Varies Net.
Is to exchange information
This is W1.
Members participate in the net operation and also conduct any other net
Fairfield, Connecticut.
appropriate.
And I will be your net control this evening. So we're calling
All items
Connecticut
temperatures,
5.
regardless of their affiliation, are invited to participate in during the check-in to
April the 2nd,
lifting the traffic to common
25.
or any other net business. Is a directed net.
This means
Please stand by.
every Wednesday night at 7:30 local time on the linked repeater system. We're here to discuss
procedures and
5
connectors,
series-related matters.
Okay, now we'll take check-ins with comments, questions, or any other net business. First letter suffix, alpha to Zulu. All net.
Multiple repeaters are several repeaters.
Net control, here is
Multiple repeaters. So when checking in
Alpha Bravo 1 X-ray with Allen in Longmeadow. Battery power with announcement.
seconds, this is important so that we don't miss any of your calls. Then without releasing the call, please say this is
Alan, do you want to make your announcement before or after the check-in?
slowly and clearly using standard.
I'll go ahead and do it after.
Followed with your name, location,
Okay, this is
whether
N1
you
FCC
want battery or commercial power.
After check-ins, thank you for that. Are there any other things, listings for the information at call it 1FD?
Carrier when checking in. All stations are invited regardless of where you are located. And that is directed, and all stations are asked to follow the direction
Kilo Charlie 1 Mike Zulu X-ray Boas in Amherst. No traffic. Just you wait till I call for the M's. Okay. Jump in the line here. All right, we'll get on with a regular roll call. We will now begin a general roll call, with or without traffic or announcements. First letter suffix, take a note on that. A, B, or C. Please call now.
Is there any stations with NTS traffic or announcements? Please call now.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1 Alpha Bravo Tango, Jason in Southwick on Commercial Power. Good evening, Phil, and good evening to the net.
What are you, Jason?
There's a cyclone handoff here on the storm north of that, right in
Oh man,
the
this
Missouri Boot Heel.
is gonna take a little bit.
Okay, C1 ABT. Jason. Next call group is first letter suffix D and S.
Alpha through Golf. Alpha through Golf. Please check in now.
Because it's already mature.
Here is NL7FJ, Rich in West Springfield. Good evening, Phil, and good evening to the net.
What was that? Which? No.
This is
Net control, we're looking for station.
Echo Mike Echo
through Golf.
Dylan in East Hampton on battery power. No traffic. Guten Abend, Felipe, und guten Abend, Internet.
Kilo Charlie 1, November Hotel Echo, read on the 444.2 Meriden KB1 AEV repeater, no traffic.
WB1 EME. Next call group is first letter suffix GH and I.
Your call again. I got Kilo Charlie 1 and you got blanked out.
We saw this tornado cross the road on our traffic cameras. Now we've got
Kilo Charlie 1, November Hotel Echo.
Delta Charlie. Control for the information net listening for check-ins. First letter suffix J, K, and L.
on the ground right now, coming into Bay.
Any call.
Here is Whiskey 1 2
Pending Alpha through Gary here. Check now.
Holyoke. No traffic to report. We are commercial power down on the station tonight. I think that is all.
Hotel through Mike. Calls ending hotel through Mike.
Huge, coming right up towards Lake City. Once again, this just went through Bay.
Lima, Eric in Southwick. No traffic.
Here is Alpha Golf 1 Yankee Kilo. Steve, EC Woodbury on the 444.8 Woodbury machine.
November 1, Lima, Kilo Golf. Eric in Southwick. No traffic.
The storm that's just west of Jonesboro.
Oh yeah.
In between the Bono and Jonesboro area, they just received a warning for that, thankfully.
Copy. 31JZR. The Gary and Eric. No logs. Thank you for checking in this evening. November 1. Kilo Golf. All right, this is N1FDC NCS. Listening for check-in. Let's see, M, N, and O.
Hey Brian, camera number 1, that is the one in the upper left for everyone as we
Here it is.
is the same tornado that kind of dropped. Looks like it's
Here is Kilo Charlie 1 Oscar Victor Romeo Dave in Southampton on commercial power.
Control for the area region 5 net. Any additional hotel through Mike. Hotel through Mike.
Here is.
This is the W1
Here is Whiskey 1 Quebec Hotel. Danbury.
7.3.
Jonesboro, especially on the northwestern side near Bono, Oak Ridge, and Sterling Springs. You guys need to be getting
Alrighty. Welcoming Dave, KC1 OVR. Hello, hello, and KC1 MCX in the proper place this time. Thank you for being with us this evening. Okay, now control listening for check-ins. First letter, suffix, PQNR.
November through Sierra.
Here is
Kilo Charlie 1.
November 1, Papa Victor X-ray. Stephen Westfield, no traffic. Good evening all.
I went to you, not me, because we probably will need.
Good evening, 9-1.
Kilo 1, Papa, Charlie, November. Peter in Fairfield, coming in through the Bridgeport, 147.445, repeater.
Tornado emergency.
Here is November 1, Sierra Foxtrot, Greg and Indy North.
Here is
Commercial power, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 1, Oscar, Victor, Quebec. KD1 OVQ, Mike at the Newtown EOC.
This is
on the Watertown, 441, 6.
This is Alpha Charlie 1 Tango Victor. I am in Northampton. I am on battery power, and I have no traffic.
What's your name? Ellie?
Once again, you got two views of it there. Stormrunner Media
Yes.
and Brandon Topic are both showing us.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Uniform Hotel India. Blue from Westfield. 2 meter side. Commercial power. No traffic. Good evening, Phil. Good evening to all.
This is really bad for our friends over here in Bowman. I gotta get some mesoscale information here.
1 to Tango through Zulu. Call pending Tango through Zulu. Please call in now.
1 SFF. Correct. AC1 TV. Always with your call sign and then your name. Back to you for the name.
Gregory, EC for Roxbury, operating an HD.
Control, this is AC1 TV. Ellie is my name.
44800.
You brushed up on that procedure. Okay, thank you, Ellie. Okay, and also welcome me, Lou KC1. I can read my own handwriting on that one. This is November 1, Foxtrot, Delta Charlie, NCS for the information. Listening for check-ins, first letter suffix, VW, XY, and Z.
Wishing to call.
Here is
Tango through Zulu.
Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Hotel Papa. This is Michael from West Suffield, Connecticut. Battery operated, 2 meter side, and no traffic.
So, we have somebody from West Suffield. That's Michael. I would.
Any call anywhere that we might have missed. You do not have to be in the Region 5 area to check into the net. Any amateur license?
Duo from Enfield.
Please do so at this time.
Here is
So they just upgraded this to a 20.
Here is KC1 VWB Kilo Charlie 1 Victor Whiskey Bravo Jerry in Southwick 2 meter side commercial power no traffic.
Let's go through the list
Tornado
here.
emergency, guys. Tornado emergency.
Backwards. KC1.
Anyone with URL, it's Greg.
KC1, November Hotel Echo.
70 centimeter side, negative traffic.
Comments?
Long track, right? These are the kinds of tornadoes that can stay with us for a long time. If this stays on its current trajectory, this will likely go on up towards
For Hotel Echo, no comments or traffic.
Thank you for one and all. Nice long list this evening. Hope we get a couple of questions.
AG1YK, Steve, good evening. Any comments from the area?
Welcome. B, actually. We're going to start with, KC1, the HPL loader, Michael. Brian's joined us.
This is AG1YK. Good evening, everyone. And we have wanted to say that they had a good time at the Southern Ham Fest. That was a nice group there.
Listening for any further check-ins.
Nice seeing you there, John, and the rest of the guys
traffic or comments.
in the Carol
First
group.
letter suffix
And everything else here is pretty quiet in Woodbury. So back to you. This is AG1YK. Back to Net.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, it was a great event.
November Papa Echo, down in Springfield,
a lot of guys.
Commercial Power,
Good
evening, Phil. Good evening.
Don't usually get a chance to shake your hand. W1QK in Brookfield. How's things?
November 1 India Victor Tango, Dan, Hoyo, Commercial Power, 2 meters side, no traffic.
So as soon as I got done with this, I'm going to do that. And also, I did take care of my WinLink Wednesday, and I'm anxious to hear how many reports we have on that. That's about it. Back to you, John.
Good John, the afternoon very often. Welcoming in 1NP.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Okay, let's go to the top of the list.
And I've got to apologize to John. I did not get my WinLink message out there tonight. W1QH Harlan, good evening, sir.
Quick announcement that this
I want
Friday,
to thank you again for all the help you gave me
we'll be having the April meeting of the Net County Radio Association at Holyoke Hospital. That's in the Auxiliary Conference Center in the back of the hospital. This April meeting will be our annual show and tell, and so club members will be presenting projects that they've worked on in the past year. Could be a small hack, could be a whole big project. All sorts of cool stuff shows up at this meeting. It's one of our most popular meetings of the year, and all are welcome to attend. AB1XW.
Right now that this is a training on this is up there with Mayfield. This is up there with
Are there any questions about the Hampton County meeting? Call AB1XW direct. This is N1FTC and Control.
Just not hearing about this. You're in the net.
And then, yeah, maybe that's a good topic for next month's areas meeting.
This is AC1E. Hi, can I get you to repeat the time and date of the
This
meeting?
everybody.
I was writing something else.
I understood that you had business at
Yes, the meeting is this Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I feel really bad. I really want to go to the ancestor there. A couple of things. One, I did get my WinLink out twice. I actually got it up from the hospital today, and also going to the DC there in
Procedural note here.
Danbury.
Always address net control first.
Sent it out on, that's from my home. And I agree with Harlan there. When they pull up the forms, I'm like, where do I put it? So you just kind of make up stuff, but there should be something that we could do that could clarify some of that. There's a lot of forms out there, and probably a lot more to come.
November 1.
They can add forms to it too. The one thing that they were very impressed with at the hospital was
are there any comments or questions?
They weren't even aware that it existed.
On these subjects,
They thought they could be very beneficial for it.
interest to amateur
Let's see what you do. Back to net control.
green clothes and shoes that you wouldn't care to walk over nails.
Yes, I do agree with you about the forms, and you were missed at Southington. At least I missed you. K1PCN, Peter, good evening, sir, and welcome to the net. Any comments here tonight?
Evening, John. K1PCN here. Thank you for hosting the net. I have no announcements or traffic this evening. 73 K1PCN, back to net control.
18 check-ins plus net control.
Very good signal there.
Thank you, one and all.
KB1 OBQ.
This has been a regular session.
Good evening, John, and everyone else that's up there with you.
Thank you all for checking into the WN. Repeaters.
This is KB1 Yeah, good evening, John. Everyone on the net tonight. Mike here along with John. This is
November 1.
The Wednesday check-in. I think we're up around 20 or so this evening. So if you haven't done so already, you can still get those in to KB1
Swap Net.
And we are looking for a ICS Form 204 this month, just to exercise utilizing some different forms.
give that a try if you have a chance. So we'll be here for a little bit, pulling in some more check-in. So what we've got going on tonight, KB1OBQ, back to net.
Continues to look like this. I mean,
John, he's at the Newtown EOC, and I will, after the net, try to get a copy up to you. I did have some issues on the last one, actually getting the form to go. The text went without problems, but I had problems with the form coming out on the other end. So, anyhow, we'll give it another shot. And thanks for all you do up there. W1Z Gregory, great to see you last evening, as always, and great to see you at the Southington Hamfest. Comments on the net, sir?
Greetings, Region 5 Aries Net. The kickoff organizational meeting looking to build a team, a deployable team to support the Region 5 mobile communications vehicle. It's now stationed on Burr Mountain Road at the Litchfield Fire Academy Firehouse Training School, and that's its new permanent home. The kickoff meeting was held tonight on electronic format, Google Meet, which seemed to work okay. I noticed that the data rate coming into my computer was only about 400 kilobits per second, and it was symmetrical up and down. So it was curious.
Good evening once more, and
It
welcome
went on
to
for
the
35 minutes. It was
November 1.
pretty well organized. There were 25
This
attendees.
evening, our net is held
Most of them
every
were
Wednesday around 8 p.m.
from the first responders.
It's now Amateurs by Swap.
Major parts of the presentation were the overview given by Brian Marizzi from
No bargaining.
Dispatch,
Allowed on the airway.
got it. Northwest Public Safety.
Give a brief
He
description.
gave a fairly detailed
Phone numbers to wait to be reached.
overview of
September 30
all the
license amateurs
functionality that is on board
Something they're looking for.
and I'm sure it's not all of it, but he covered quite a bit of the
Here it is.
functionality that is
November 1, Sierra Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
and looking to reestablish
Here it is.
regular working group and regular
Here it is. L7FJ.
to up the preparation readiness to deploy that vehicle at any real station. So that kickoff meeting lasted for about 35 minutes, and it was recorded. I can find the link, and I'd be glad to circulate it, make it available to anyone.
Around the little
Recognizes N1 SFF and
L7. Those are some of the things that are in the past.
N1 SFF, N1 SFF, this is N1 FTC. Go ahead with what you have this evening, Greg. Over to you, sir.
This is another one. This is completely separate.
Yeah, I've got several things tonight, Phil Z. Number one is I have antique laboratory grade AC voltmeters, mirrored scale. They make a fantastic addition to any ham shack as a line voltage monitor. And I'm looking for $30 a piece on these. I also have four Valentine Labs laboratory grade VTVMs, illuminated bakelite scale, again laboratory grade. And I'm looking for 25 a piece for those, and like I say, I have three of them. Additionally, I have two 5/8 wave 2-meter mag mounts, and I'd be happy to donate them to a ham that needs them. I can be reached at 413-326-6003. Back to net.
Thank you for those listings. Any questions for Greg? Call N1 SFF Direct. This is N1 FTC Net Control.
Jonesboro, Illinois, you're under a PDS tornado warning now. Run, don't walk to shelter.
Next set of green piece expenditure.
You're just now tuned in. This is a live look at our tornado emergency unfolding here in.
Okay, hopefully someone will come up with a need for one of those during the week. All right. And L7FJ. And L7FJ. This is N1FTC. Over to you.
Okay, thanks, Phil. This is NL7FJ. And I have a digital Bearcat scanner, model number BCD996 Papa 2. And it's less than a year old. Just doesn't get any usage. I've got two DC power cables with it. One you hook up with the power supply, and the other you can use to your automobile power port. Stand by. And also have an external dipole antenna that you can hook up to it. And that's a freebie if you want it, or if anybody just wants the antenna. And also I have an analog voltometer, Microna, and it works. I just don't need it, so I'm willing to give that away for free. And also a Casio scientific calculator that could be had for free. And if anybody can get a hold of me on my email at QRZ, or if they hear me on repeater, I'm on at least listening in the afternoons. That's all I got. Back to you, N1FDC and L7FJ.
We are now in an hour, and we already got a tornado.
Does that scanner do the P25?
Yes, it will.
And then it's going to go up towards Box Elder Cemetery. If you know where those places are, you got to get to shelter now. If you could drive there fairly quickly, you're too close. All right, so tornado emergency is going to continue.
Would be on P25. Any questions, call NL7FJ direct. This is N1FTC.
Including, let's see here, including one up here for Cape Girardeau. We have a significant storm capable of producing a tornado getting ready to move into Cape Girardeau. Let's hope that this storm is going to cycle over town and not drop a tornado. But
there goes my tornado emergency.
I don't think you mentioned the price for the scanner.
Everybody in that town
the digital edit.
Sheltered just in case. We don't have eyes.
Yeah, I like 300 for that scanner.
But we do have radar signatures.
Once again, any questions, call NL7FJ direct.
Additionally, we've got an observed tornado warning for Wynn, Arkansas. Once again, you guys are under an observed tornado warning. You got a rotating part of the storm.
Good luck moving some of those goodies along to you. Are there any other listings for the Swap Net this evening? Call N1FDC and CS.
This is the W1 COM repeater.
Towards Cherry Valley and Bird Eye. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, y'all watches out for unwarned parts of storms here. This one's completed a mesocyclone handoff on the Missouri y'all watch.
If you're participating, this has been a regular session of the Mtara Swap Net. It's every Wednesday after the info net.
Looks like it's about to produce
Steve, this is November 1, Foxtrot and Delta Charger. We'll be back to normal use for another minute or so, and then we'll start the N1RLX.
So there's no warning here in Sykeston and Dexter, but please anticipate one. And hopefully the National Weather Service can get it out in time because they're dealing with a lot. But y'all watch out there, please, in Sykeston and surrounding areas of Missouri. In addition to that, we just got the one on it. In Indiana, I have that pretty strong and area of velocity near Bourbon. It's approaching Bourbon, Indiana, from the Fort Wayne radar. That has a debris signature now. It just got warned, and now there is a tornado ongoing west of Argos, Indiana, southern Marshall County, and approaching western Kosciuszko County in Indiana.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill, for keeping us updated on all of these storms. As far north as into Wisconsin right now, we have tornado warnings. There is a tornado warning right now for South Bend in Indiana, Marshall and St. Joseph counties. It's going to last for the next 4 minutes. The one that Andy was just talking about, that's Kosciuszko and Marshall counties. Get ready all the way over there towards Burba and Etna Green for a significant storm capable of producing a tornado there. We've got a tornado warning for our friends in Terre Haute. I know we got a lot of people that watch over here, or just to your west, there's a tornado warning. This will likely eventually encompass you as well.
A new tornado
So I want to make sure we give you a shout out. This is not the same kind of monster that we're dealing with farther to the south, but this could definitely be a serious situation once it gets to you. So please take shelter immediately out there in Terre Haute. Okay. Here's a live view in Haiti, Missouri, of the storm out there. There's so many of them now. It's hard to keep up with. But this is, I believe, this is, this is the storm that's coming out of Monette. This is the. This is,
So there was one tornado emergency, one PDS tornado warning, 5 observed tornado warnings, 1 PDS flood watch, and 23 PDS tornado.
I am concerned about this storm over here that's popped up south of Harrisburg. We do have a tornado warning now for Gallatin, Hardin, and Pope, and Saline counties in Illinois. We've got a decent little area of rotation popped up here west of Golconda. That's going to move up into.
Does anyone need to use their repeater?
Knoxville and Hicks soon. So y'all take shelter now. We also have a tornado warning in Kentucky right now, south of Bowling Green. We have, well, actually in Bowling Green.
Big Herd. This is November 1, Foxtrot Delta Charlie once more. My name is Bill Phillips, Net Control Station 4, the N1RLX Emergency Simplex Net. That meets every Wednesday after the Swap Net that moves to a Simplex frequency 146.55. The N1RLX Emergency Simplex Net is a formal net with the purpose to provide emergency communications training to link communities through an emergency and crisis situations, answer questions pertaining to Simplex and emergency communications, and most importantly, practice and operation. Are there any stations with traffic or announcements for this net? Please check in now.
Tornado warning, PDS tornado warning now for Kennett and Sinneth out here in.
We're checking and looking for the following information. To the call there, your call using proper phonetics, current location, and let's see power on Simplex. Let's see stations who would like to check in. First letter suffix alpha through Mike. Please call now.
The rotation is less tight now, so we're either seeing
Here is.
maybe fall apart or reset.
Here is Whiskey 1 Juliet Zulu Romeo. Here in Holyoke once again, and we'll be running the full output of the radio, 15 watts on Simplex.
Around Leachville, Hornersville, Sinneth, Kennett, and Nimmons, okay? But I don't think we have as much of a visual on that anymore. So we've got
This is
tornado warning down here near Forest City. This one is observed. This is west of Marietta.
November 1 India Victor Tango down in Holyoke. We'll be running 5 watts. Commercial Tower.
We just went through the town of Morrow, and now it's coming up towards Holyoke Crossing, Four Forks, Haynes, Eustis, Tooney, Tuttleton, and Forest City. This is a very powerful looking supercell once again.
These are W1JZ running 50 watts this evening, and a big 5 watts and 1 IVT. Seems to get everybody with that. Alright, this is N1FTC NCS listening for check-ins. First letter suffix November. Papa, please call now.
Here is November 1 Papa Victor X-Ray Stephen Westfield. We will be 25 watts tonight, Phil.
Downtown Cape Girardeau, we're seeing
Here is. Here is Kilo Charlie 1 Oscar Victor Romeo Dave in Southampton, and I will also be on 25 watts.
Significant straight line damage and winds here. We need everybody to get into their safe spots in Cape Girardeau if they haven't gotten there already, because there very well could be a tornado on the ground as that comes through. We had one just a few minutes ago back there towards Delta. And now
Doubling our numbers, and 1 PVX and 25 and Dave KC1 OVR. Okay, taking check-ins. First letter suffix, Quebec through Zulu. Please call now.
PDS tornado warning. Please take shelter. I can't believe there's so many people out driving right now. This is Cape Girardeau forever.
This is Alpha Charlie 1 Tango Victor. I am in Northampton on battery power, and I will be using 50 watts.
To the new warning that just came out in Arkansas. There is a new tornado warning for Craighead, Cross, Mississippi, and Poinsett counties. We might want to put that in one, Mississippi County and Arkansas. Let's go ahead and take shelter out there. Allie, can you hear me?
This is?
Let's go ahead and take shelter out there all the way up towards Edo.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Victor Whiskey Bravo, Jerry in Southwick, and I will be running 50 watts.
This one's all the way back here in Louisiana, and it's observed. This is now an observed tornado warning in Louisiana. Coming up towards Bradley, potential tornado on the ground.
Charlie 1, Uniform Hotel India, Blue in Westfield, 75.
Friendship, if you live out here in Columbia, Lafayette, Miller, Nevada, or Nevada counties in Arkansas, or Bossier or Caddo parishes in Louisiana, you got to take shelter now. Allie, let's switch Brett and number 1. Brett and number 1.
KC1 OVR, Dave at 25. KC1 TV, remember, when checking in, call sign and name. Not for me, for anybody else who might be listening. You're already on the logs. I know names on it. Okay, and just a note, gotta get those procedures down. And getting better and better at that every week is KC1 of EWB. Good evening to Jerry, and howdy do to Lou, KC1 UHI. Are there any further check-ins for Dylan RLX, Emergency Simplex Net? First letter suffix Alpha through Zulu.
But it has really kind of gained strength here recently. And my goodness, just look at that. I mean, this is just perfect tornado producing storm 101. Open a textbook. That's what a supercell looks like. Something you'd expect to see out there.
Big heard on Simplex. I'll call Please keep notes of who you can hear and their signal strength. May hear someone better in the winter than in the summer. Also listen for stations. You're on the repeater. Moving up to 146.55. It's 146.55. Your radio is sent to Simplex.
Way down the list and we'll ask it then. KC1 VHP. Michael, how was your day? Comments for our Bears traffic net this evening.
Kilo Charlie 1, Victor, welcome up. Good evening to that. Not much going on today. I just wanted to check.
Wisconsin, but we do have one now.
To Dick's Sporting Goods, and he saw a baseball bat about a week ago that's actually relatively more expensive than I would ever like to.
Tornado warnings is in.
So I said, well, you've got to do some work today. You got to.
For Wayne City and Fairfield, this is a precautionary warning ahead of this big line. We're afraid there might be some MLQCS tornadoes associated with that. So take shelter now. We've got power flashes on our camera down here on. Cape Girardeau's getting hit by a very significant storm here. So hopefully everybody in Cape Girardeau got into their safe spots. And hold on for just a few more minutes, 25 minutes or so. We should be able to come out of our safe spots.
N1JZR.
We do have a PDS tornado warning. And that area of circulation is going to continue to go up to Jonesboro in Illinois, okay?
Reporting in, and the court. Full scale search.
And let's continue to go through these.
N1 IVT, N1 IVT. Over the river. For me, down the hill is over. N1 IVT, this is N1 IVT over to you.
That specifically caused the major tornado there. A minute ago. That rotation is no longer with us. So hopefully we don't get that back, but we've got several more storms down here that are honestly going to have a very similar
5 watts. This is how you take when you get 5 watts. Only a part of
Nice to have you at 3 bars here on the 8 with good audio.
I just heard on one IMET on the Simplex frequency.
Any other comments, Dan? Back to you.
There's some interactions that can take place that really enhance the strength of the storm right there at the last minute.
Alrighty then. Check mark. Over to you.
But definitely stay on our toes in Memphis. We've got a very dangerous situation unfolding.
And somebody's wrong with anyone.
Kind of on either side of the Westfield River Valley here, and he's hanging in here back to that.
Okay, great.
PVX, this is M1. Next on the parade, KC1 OBR. What do you have for us this evening?
So KC1 OBR probably had a great night. He didn't hear about the thunder yesterday, and again, he had a wonderful time. I think he's at full scale. That was well out. Over to you, KC1. Abba, go back to you, N1 FTC NCS. Probably the same thing as here.
KC1 OBR, this is N1 FTC NCS. 7 bars into net control. Very good this evening. Thanks for being with us. Next is AC1 TV. AC1 TV. How do you copy the net? Over to you.
Well, Northampton's bested up Ellie. Probably on 3 watts. It's 146.55. 146.55. Make sure you Simplex the frequencies because of AC1 TV. Probably on 3 watts, but probably on 3 bars to NCS. But probably no watts. What's this?
KC1 DWB. How do you copy the net this evening?
For Columbia, Lafayette, Miller, and Nevada counties in Arkansas. Also Bossier and Caddo County or parish in Louisiana. The rotation on this one is really cranking up here. So I would be surprised if this wasn't on the ground. So yeah, Canfield, get ready. Up here towards McGammy. You guys
Come on, let's do this.
Underground, preferably. I know that's.
Oh man, what's gonna be?
But
Police car.
Most interior room of your home, between you and the outside world as possible.
KC1 PWB, Keith. Alright, copy.
But I've got right above the noise level at about 2 bars. But I did copy this evening. Thanks for being with us. Jerry KC1 WB. And let's see, next in Westfield we have Lou KC1 UHI, KC1 UHI. Will you copy this evening, Lou? Over to you.
Copy, wow. I hope my scratch is backing off, but it's still pretty good. How am I see? It's a little bit weak. Unless Stephen talked about me, he probably had two. So hopefully I don't have my hair going out again. But back to you. N1 FDC KC1 UHI mobile.
This is N1 FTC NCS. Now you get 3 bars this evening, and thanks for being with us. Alright, are there any late check-ins for you? RLS version, Simplex Net. Alpha Zulu, Alpha Zulu, call it 1 SBC. Here goes to the top of the list, W1JZR, W1JZR. Back with your signal reports. Over to you.
Go. Now I was just doing signal reports, so I'm not going to. Just gonna end it here.